You meet someone new, they smile, they say their name, maybe they even repeat it twice, and for a moment it feels like it sticks. But then, just seconds later, it's gone, not faded, not blurry, gone. And now you're standing there, trapped in a conversation, hoping their name never comes up again. So you nod more than usual. You avoid saying it. You wait for someone else to say it first, just so you can hear it again. And in that moment, a quiet thought creeps in. Why does this keep happening to me? Because here's the strange part. You can remember random song lyrics from years ago. You remember faces. You remember conversations. You even remember how someone made you feel. But their name, the one thing you actually needed, slips away. And if this has ever happened to you more than once, this isn't just forgetfulness. There's something deeper going on. Because forgetting names is not really about memory. It's about attention. And even more than that, it's about how your mind prioritizes meaning. Let me explain. When someone tells you their name, your brain is making a split-second decision. Is this important or not? And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of the time, your brain quietly decides, not yet. Not because you don't care about the person, not because you're rude, but because at that exact moment, your mind is busy doing something else. Something most people don't even notice. It's trying to manage the pressure of being present. Think about it. When you meet someone new, what's really happening inside your head? You're thinking about how you look, what to say next, whether you sound confident, whether they're judging you, whether you're making a good impression. Your brain isn't relaxed, it's performing. And when the brain is performing, it doesn't absorb, it filters. It trims away anything that doesn't feel immediately essential. And unfortunately, names often fall into that category. But here's where it gets interesting. Because people who frequently forget names aren't careless. In fact, many of them are the opposite. They are often more mentally active, more self-aware, and sometimes more anxious in social situations, which creates a strange paradox. The more you care about the interaction, the less likely you are to remember the name, because your attention is divided. And attention is the gateway to memory. No attention, no memory. But that's only the surface. Because there's another layer most people never talk about. And once you see it, you won't unsee it. You don't remember names. Because names don't feel real to your brain. Think about that. A name is just a sound, a label. It doesn't tell you who the person is. It doesn't give you a story. It doesn't carry emotion. It's abstract. And the human brain, it doesn't naturally hold on to abstract things. It holds on to meaning, emotions, stories, connections. That's why you can remember someone as the guy who made that joke about coffee, or the girl who talked about traveling alone, but their actual name feels disconnected from that memory, almost like it belongs to someone else, because in a way, it does. Your brain didn't attach the name to a meaningful identity yet, so it lets it go, not because it's weak, but because it's efficient. But here's the part most people don't realize. Some people don't just forget names, they forget them consistently. Almost predictably, and that says something deeper about how they process the world. These are often people who experience conversations internally, more than externally. While talking to someone, they're also analyzing tone, reading expressions, interpreting meaning, thinking ahead, replaying what was just said. There's a quiet storm of thought happening beneath the surface, and in that storm, a simple piece of information like a name doesn't always survive. But there's something else hiding here, something even more human, because sometimes forgetting a name isn't about distraction, it's about emotional distance, not in a negative way, but in a protective way. When you meet someone new, your brain doesn't instantly assign importance. It waits, it observes, it asks quietly, is this someone I need to invest in? Until that question is answered, it keeps things lightweight, surface level, including the name. Because remembering a name is actually a form of commitment. It means, I see you, I recognize you, I'm storing you. And your brain doesn't always do that immediately. especially if you've had experiences where people came and went, where connections didn't last, where remembering someone didn't really matter in the long run. So instead, your mind adapts. It becomes selective, not in a conscious way, but in a quiet, automatic way. And that selectiveness can look like forgetfulness, but it's not random, it's patterned. And here's where things take a turn, because if you've ever felt embarrassed about forgetting names, there's something you should know. The problem isn't that you forget, it's that you notice. There are people who forget names all the time, but never feel bad about it.